Hey everyone! Ann Stroud here with Sell Like a Rebel. All right, let me just get us fired up here. Say hello in the comments. Let me know who's here. Let me know that you're here joining me. I just want to see who's here. Let me know that you can see my screen okay and you can hear me. All right. Hi, Glory. How are you? Good to have you here. All right. Hi, Robin. Robin from Montreal. Hi, Love. Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you. All right. Just say hello as you find me here. That lets me know you guys can see my screens and you can hear me. I'm just going to pop this open real quick so I can say hello to everyone, and then we're going to dive in. So we're on, this is our second training here in the Sales Confidence Winter Workshop. Okay, this is week 2, and this is our second training. Hi, Martha. Hi, Lisa. Good to have you guys here. Awesome. Hi, Holly. Oh, good to see your face over here. Awesome. Just keep on saying hello as you join. I'm really, really excited to talk today about pricing your offers, because I know that this is an area where so many people get tripped up. Either usually they are giving away their services for free and or they're undercharging that they might as well just be giving their services away for free. And so this is a topic I love. Hi, Alec. Hi, Erica. Erica from Texas. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, guys. All right. Hi, Summer. Good to have you over here. Cool. All right. Well, as everyone comes in, just say hello. If you're watching the replay, drop a replay in the comments. Let me know that you are here and any questions you have, okay, so that I can come back and support you. All right, cool. Let's dive in because I have a lot I want to share with you today. So what I want to talk about in today's training and part of this sales confidence workshop is really about, you know, building up your confidence level around all things sales. And pricing tends to be one of those areas, right, where you know, we're not sure how much should we charge for something. You know, should we price it lower? Should I give this away as a freebie? Should this be a paid offer? There's a lot of different objections and questions that come up when it comes to pricing your offers. And what I hear most of my community saying is that they are not confident in asking for certain price points of their offers. That's really not a pricing issue. That's a value issue. And then also they feel like they're giving so much away for free when they really should be charging. Hi, Paula. Good to have you here. Awesome. From British Columbia, Canada. Yay. Oh, I love it. All right. So let's dive in. Most entrepreneurs get stuck in giving too much away for too little or for free. Now, this is an area I think we've all probably experienced at some point or another, or maybe you are now. I know in the beginning of my business, I didn't give a lot away for free, but I did undercharge. And so the undercharging, I mean, you might as well be giving everything away for free when you have a product, program, or service that's worth thousands and you're giving it away for like the lower hundreds, right? Many people can relate with this. And so this is something that I did quite a bit of. And I see a lot of entrepreneurs doing this too, is that they're creating or giving so much value and then they're not even charging for it. They're not charging what they should be for it or what they could be. And that comes to many things. It might be because they don't see the value themselves, or because they're just afraid that other people are going to be like, that's way too much. Are you crazy? I'm not paying all of that. And they'll potentially lose clients. The other thing that I see is a lot of entrepreneurs, especially newer entrepreneurs, are taught by industry leaders that, you know, in the beginning, you should give away your services for free. If you're a coach, go do some free coaching. If you have a product, give away a bunch of product for free. You know, if you're a service-based provider, go do some free work. Like a lot of newer entrepreneurs are taught upon entering this industry that in order for you to start getting paying clients, you need to first give stuff away for free. Now, in the beginning of my business, I also was taught that. And I did a little bit of it. I didn't give very much away for free because I just undercharged, but I did in the very, very beginning, I did some one-on-one coaching for about 30 or 45 days where I didn't charge. And honestly, those clients didn't even get results. They didn't show up. They weren't committed. They had no skin in the game. I didn't get testimonials from those. It didn't really give me a whole lot of experience. And it kind of made me look like, I'm not even worthy enough to charge for this. Like, who gives away, their services or products for free? Like, who does that? If there's any value in it, you should charge something, right? So I typically don't have my clients do that. There's other things that you can do if you're brand new. Like, you could just add some juicy congruent bonuses. You can price a little bit lower as more like a special bonus or early bird or something like that, but not like ridiculously low. And you can include some additional things to compensate or to complement a price decrease or something. But I don't recommend that you give your services away for free. Okay, because the free stuff that you give away are things like your blog posts, your Facebook Lives, your free PDF downloads, your podcasts, if you do those, the emails that you send out to your list that are really valuable, and any other social media posts or content pieces that you're putting out there that are valuable. That alone is enough free stuff. Your free content like that should position people to want to purchase your paid stuff. You shouldn't have to go as low as to give away your valuable services, the things that make money, that create money in your business. You shouldn't have to give that stuff away for free, okay? So I want you to drop a 1 in the comments. I want to know if you've been given too much away for free or if you've been undercharging. So maybe you are giving away your free product, programs, or services because you're new and you feel like you need to start getting clients or testimonials or experience. Maybe you're undercharging because you're scared that maybe people won't pay your price points, or maybe you're thinking I'll undercharge because I'm new and I don't deserve to charge a lot yet, or maybe you don't see the value yet and how you're really going to help them get a result, and so you drop the price drastically in fear that you might lose a potential client. Give me a 1 in the comments if any of that speaks to you, if that is you, if that is your experience. Well, maybe you've done this. You're not doing it now. Maybe you've done it. Okay, cool. So we're seeing some 1s. Well, not cool, but thank you for responding. Okay, so we have some 1s. And, this was me too. This was definitely, I did this as well. But today I want to show you, I want you to stop doing that. And I'm going to challenge and empower you and inspire you to do this a little differently. Robin says 1, definitely not charging enough for some things. Cool. Good to know. Leah says, OMG, 1. Awesome. All right. So we've got some 1s here. Elk says 1. Dana says 1. Valerie, Summer, Glory. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the answer, okay, really the solution here is that you need to let go of attachment and on the outcomes that you have. And you have to know that not everyone is going to be a buyer. So a lot of the times when we undercharge, it really does come down to a fear. It comes down to, oh my gosh, what if I get an amazing client on the phone and they don't buy because it's too high? What if I lose clients because, God forbid, I'm charging too much and they're not willing to pay that, then I lost a client, right? A lot of entrepreneurs are undercharging. The other thing is they just don't know what they should charge. They're not sure like what the price point should be based on the program, product, or service. And so they kind of just go with whatever feels low enough that will get people to say yes. Okay. The thing is the first practice that you need to do, and this was really hard for me in the beginning, but the first thing that you need to do is let go of attachment. So what that means is I want you to know how much money you need to make. I want you to know how many sales you have to get to make that amount of money. I want you to know how many discovery calls you have to do or that you have to have in order to make a certain amount of money. I want you to know your numbers, but I want you to detach from them. So that means when you're doing sales calls, when you're sending out maybe promotional emails to your list, when you're posting on social media, however you are currently trying to generate sales, when you're doing those things, the first thing you have to do is detach from the outcome. You have to let go of the attachment to somebody buying from you, to somebody opening that sales email, to somebody, saying yes on a sales call, to someone committing to work with you, right? What you have to do is know what you need to know, your numbers, know what needs to happen for you to make a certain amount of money and for a certain result to come through for you. But let go of the attachment that, OMG, if this person doesn't buy, I'm screwed. Oh my God, I sent out an email and only 2 people opened it. Oh my God, I posted on social media and nobody's responded. Holy shit, I did a Facebook Live. Nobody was there. Nobody's responding or engaging. Oh my God, right? So the first thing you have to do is let that shitty energy go, because it's a desperate energy, and what it's doing is it's having you focus on what's not happening and putting all of your energy on the no's instead of focusing on the people that will say yes, or focusing on the sales that you are getting, or focusing on the sales that you could be getting. Instead, you're focusing on 1 no, or 10 no's, or 1,000 no's. Instead, what you need to do is let go of the attachment, because the fact of the matter is every single person is not going to be a buyer anyway. Not everyone that opens up your email is going to buy. Not everyone on your email list is going to open your emails. People are busy. People forget very quickly. And there's a lot going on, and you're not the only person who's sending them emails, who's sending them amazing offers or opportunities to get on a sales call with you. You're certainly not the only person doing social media posts and Facebook Lives. So you have to understand that it's not about how many yeses or nos you get. What counts is the quality of those yeses, okay? That's really what you want to focus on. Let go of the attachment, because when you do that, you could speak to 10 people, and if 9 of those people say no, you're still going to be really excited about the potential yes on the next call. But if you say, oh my God, I had a call this morning and they said, no, I totally suck. I don't know why I'm doing this. My price was too high. Maybe I need a different offer. And you start spiraling into this negative cycle that's not going to stop. So the first thing you need to do is shift. You need to quickly shift out of that attachment immediately. It doesn't matter. If you speak to 10 people and 9 of them say no, then all you need to do is say, am I attracting the right people? Is this the right offer for those people? And then course correct. You don't need to get so attached to the responses that people give you that you get stuck and you belittle yourself and lose all self-confidence, and then you can't move forward. It doesn't make sense. It's self-sabotaging really, really bad. And it's hard to get out of that once you get in it. The reason people get here to begin with is because our whole goal in our business is, number one, we want to make money by helping people, right? So we want to make money and we want to help people. And those are the 2 things. So naturally, we are like very attached to getting sales because we need to make money. And if we're getting sales, then we're making money and we're able to help people. I get it, but you cannot support and help people if you're in this mental funk that you can't get out of because 2 people said no, or somebody told you your prices are ridiculous, like whatever. You have to let go of attachment. And here's what I've learned, and then we're going to move on. I've learned that in my personal life, that I was also attached to every outcome. I was learning that it's not just in my business. In my personal life, I was doing this too. I was very attached to the kids doing every single thing I said, the way I said it, when I said it, how I said it. I was very attached to people doing the things that I wanted them to do or asked them to do or hoped they would do. I had to have control of every single situation, and it was very stressful. So what I did was I started to practice letting go of attachment on the outcomes in everything I was doing. And it doesn't mean letting go of those things means that you just let your kids do whatever the F they want. That's not what that means. It means just detaching from the outcome, because you know that what you want to happen is going to happen. And it might not be exactly the way you want, when you want, how, and with who, but you trust that it's going to happen. And so you can release that attachment to that outcome and trust that it's going to happen. Okay? So just take a look in the other areas of your life where you are very attached to outcomes or control or being able to manage and dictate how every single thing turns out. Okay? All right, give me a heart, guys, if you are attached to financial outcomes, or actually, if you're attached to outcomes in general. If all the things I just said, personal, business, if that stuff is resonating with you, if you're feeling that, let me know. Give me a heart or something in the comments and let me know that, I'm not the only person here who had this issue. All right, Leah says, wow, this is incredibly powerful. I appreciate this message. Awesome, Leah. I'm glad that this is sitting with you. Lisa said, OMG, I just did a Facebook Live on attachment and letting go. Lisa, that's why you and I work together, because great minds think alike. The universe has an amazing way to do that. That's awesome. Dana's given hearts. Javad says, yes, trust that it'll happen. Absolutely. And the thing is, too, sometimes is that the way you want things to happen or the way that you think it should happen if it's working isn't necessarily always true. Sometimes things happen in ways that don't even seem like it's working for us or that it makes sense. Sometimes things will happen for me that I've asked for, but it's happening in a way that I'm like, no, this isn't what I want. I didn't ask for this. But then when I realize, when I sit with that for a minute, I realize, wait a minute, it actually is what I want. I just didn't realize it was going to show up like this. Okay. So sometimes when it comes to making money in my business, I have people come to me and they want to sign up for a certain program or they want to discuss working with me. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm trying to fill my coaching program. How come people are asking about this program? It's coming to me in a different way, but it's still happening. Okay. Summer says all outcomes. Yes. Jackie says, yes, trust in the inevitable that everyone is a supporter in my life or a buyer of my business services. Yes, absolutely. Elk says, yes. Victoria says, worrying about if people like their Christmas presents. I have to let that go. Oh my gosh. Oh, Victoria, I used to be really bad with that. I used to spend so much time. Oh my gosh, I would stress everyone out in my house because I'd be like, that's not a good enough gift for her. Or, oh, she's going to expect something way better. Is she going to open it and be like, seriously? Like, oh, I get that. I used to be that way too. Jennifer said, I've shifted a lot of personal ones the last few years, but in business, not enough of them. Cool. So that's a great breakthrough for you, Jennifer, to start looking at personal and or business, but if you feel like it's more towards the business side, to kind of look at like, okay, where are you at with that? Like where in your business or where are there some areas that you can let go of some attachment? Because really it's not allowing other things to naturally flow. You're blocking things that are trying to come through because you're so focused on just one outcome. Martha said, yes, I've learned to let go of attachments, but can still use some work around it. Perfect. Awesome. All right, here's the problem. This is the problem when it comes to the pricing. You're pricing your offers or your services based on the time that you're putting in or given. This makes me cringe. I see this way more than I would like to see this, but so many entrepreneurs are looking at the time they're given to people or the amount of time that they're going to spend with someone, and that's how they're deciding what they should charge. So it's that dollar for hour. You're trading time for money, and that is a time suck. You will never grow your business by doing that. You cannot grow, leverage, scale, have a profitable business if everything that you do, that the way that you price is based on the time. That's a 9 to 5. That is corporate. It's just not going to work in this industry. It's not going to work if you want to be able to leverage and scale and serve more people. Okay, and this I see a lot. People in my community and even clients will come and say, you know, I'm doing 45-minute sessions twice a week and I'm going to charge this much an hour, so I'm charging this much for the package. And I'm like, nope, that's not accurate. Why are you doing, like, we have to dissect that and we have to have a shift in the mindset. Because one thing that you have to understand is that's the thing that sucks about corporate, is that you're not valued as a human being. You're, what is the word I'm trying to think of? You're not valued as a human being, and your intelligence is not what's earning a paycheck for you. They don't care if you're stupid or smart. The fact of the matter is you come in for a set of hours and that's what you're paid for. You are not paid for the value that you bring to the company. You are not paid for your education, your experience, your life experience. None of that shit matters in the corporate world. You are paid an hourly rate, the same as everybody else, you know, obviously dependent on positions, and you're a number in their database. That's it. You can be replaced. There is no value. The thing with this industry, why this doesn't work, is because entrepreneurship is all about expansion. It's all about creativity. It's all about big, big visions and going big and having massive impacts in your life as well as others. You can't really put a price on that. You really can't. You're not checking in and punching a time clock and then checking out. You know, you're not coming into your business and saying, okay, I'm going to work from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. or 5 p.m. and, you know, I'm going to earn like this much. That's not how this works. And so people, a lot of the times I have to show them, you can't compare the work that you may have done in corporate, or you can't compare that model to this model, because there's zero comparison. They're two different things. And, you know, if I were to take what I do here online and I was to go to a local company and say, hey, let me teach your salespeople how I do sales, number one, I probably wouldn't get paid as much because I don't work with corporate. I don't teach corporate. I teach online entrepreneurs. Number two, they're not going to see the value in it the way that we do as entrepreneurs, because they're not entrepreneurs. Okay, they're professional sectors, they're employees, they have an employee mindset, and unfortunately employees in corporate do not see value in the same manner as entrepreneurs. Hence the reason they have a glass ceiling and they work their asses off to hardly make anything, yet an entrepreneur can make $1 million in their first year working like 25 hours a week, okay, from their home, from their desk in their house. This is the difference, okay? So for one, I want you to step away from this. I don't care what you do. I don't care what type of service, product, program. I don't care how you're operating your business. It can be packaged up so that you're getting out of the hourly and you're not, because here's the other thing you're going to do. You're going to base what you earn on how much time you put in. And that means you have to work a lot if you want to make a lot of money. If you want to make a lot of money and you're looking at being paid by the time you put in, I hope you're prepared to work a hell of a lot of hours. Because for me to make $20,000, $30,000+ a month, if I was basing it off the time I put in, I would need to probably work 30 hours more a week than what I do right now. And that is not going to happen. And so I want you guys to start to shift your perspective on this and step out of this trading your time for money. If you want that, you could get that at corporate and have a steady paycheck. Same paycheck every week. It's the same amount every single week. You could go do that. But here, I want you to change that perspective, because this is the first problem. All right, the next problem is that you're basing how much you charge on what you think people are willing to pay. But here's the fact of the matter. You have zero knowledge on what another person is going to pay. You have absolutely no way of knowing that unless you are an absolute psychic that can read that. You don't know unless you say, you go ask people, okay? What you're doing here is making an assumption, and we all know what that does. It makes an ass out of you and me, right? You're making the assumption that somebody can't pay this much or won't pay this much. So let me price it at what I think people will pay. Here's the thing. There's no way of being able to do that because every single person looks at things differently, and people pay for things based on how badly they want them. It's not about the price. It's about how bad they want a certain something, okay? Because I've paid more for a pair of shoes than I would pay for some of the coaches I've talked to on the phone. I can tell you that as just a real life example. I'm not shitting you. I went out and bought a pair of shoes that cost me more than what one of the potential coaches that I was talking to was going to charge me because I didn't want to work with her. It just wasn't a good fit. But that same week, I went out and bought a pair of shoes that cost more than what the investment for her would have been. It's not about the price. It's just about, is this something I want and need? Is this something that I see valuable? Is this going to help me and move me forward? You have no business trying to figure out what other people are going to pay. And I've said this for probably 5 years. It's none of your business what other people can or cannot pay. You don't even want to meddle in that. It's none of your business. That's like saying, how much are you willing to pay for food to feed your family? How much are you willing to pay for, heat for your house? Like, how much are you willing to pay for a mortgage? That's none of your business. Everyone's going to choose differently based on what it is they want and what they see as valuable. And if you're trying to run a business and you're basing your fees off trying to please everybody, then you're not going to please anyone, and you're just going to have a business that doesn't make any money. It's not generating consistent revenue. I want you to let this go as well. Who cares what other people think? It doesn't matter what you think other people can afford. I have had people come to me and say, I can't afford this. I can't afford it. And they'll say on an application, they'll fill out my application to have a sales call with me. And they will write in that application, I do not have any money to make investments right now. I get on the phone with them because that really, it's not up to me. It's none of my business if that's a true statement or not. And half the time it's not. Half the time that's fear. But people will say that in my applications. And then I'll get on the phone with them and they'll drop $2,000 or $5,000 to sit and work with me right there. They'll pay the whole thing right in full. Even after they said, I don't have any money to make any investments. That's because they're scared. They're afraid to come into a sales conversation and they're freaking out and they have all these things coming up. It's normal. It's part of the process. So my job is to make them feel good and supported and comfortable and vulnerable on a sales call where they can be true and honest with me and with themselves. And then we can talk money. Okay? So this is something else I want you guys to release. Okay, who here in the comments, tell me who here is still doing the trading dollars for hours or the time for money model? Who is still doing that? Let me know in the comments if you still trade time for money, dollar for hour, or if you price your packages based on how much time you're giving your clients. Give me a yes in the comments if you're doing that right now. I want to know if anyone here is still doing this, because I have so many people in my community where this is a big whopping yes. They are still doing this. They're either trading time for money or they are pricing their programs and offers based on how much time they're putting in or giving to their clients. Okay, Robin says yes. Jennifer says no way. Yay. Robin, you're in the mastermind, love. We're going to work on that. We have been talking about that. That's going to be a no-no, right? No more of that. We're doing packages, retainers, anything but that hourly, right? Anyone else? Is there anyone else doing this? Sarah said it's a hard model to break. Yes, it definitely is. I didn't even do corporate for most of my life, really, or like ever. I mean, like when I was a teenager, but I didn't even do corporate, and I still had a hard time pricing my stuff based on value versus how much time. And I didn't even do corporate, and I still felt that way. Okay, Robin said, I'm at the end of this. No more in the coming weeks. Absolutely. Robin, you're in the mastermind. I'm not going to allow that. You're all done doing time for money. We're not trading your time for money anymore. All right. So also, you price your offers and your services based on what you see other people charging. Now, okay, Jackie said, nope, no more one-on-one packages only. Awesome. I love to hear that. Here's the thing. When you price your offers, your services, or your products, whatever you sell, based on what you see other people doing, it's usually lower than what you really want to be charging. And that's why you're mimicking them. Usually it is. It's not usually, because most people, if you're looking outside of yourself to charge your offers, then you're insecure. That's just kind of the rule of thumb. That's just the way it is. If you're looking outside of yourself to figure out how you should charge charge for your services or price them, if you're looking externally from yourself, it's because you're not secure enough to charge what you really want. And so typically you'll go look and you'll find people that are charging lower so that you can feel good about charging lower too. I did this, so I get it. But you got to stop doing this. Here's the thing with this. You don't have any way to find out why they're charging what they're charging. So you might go compare yourself to someone that does exactly what you do. And you might say, and they're charging $500 less for the same thing, maybe slightly different. And I would say to you, what's their business model? What are their goals? Is that their high ticket or their low ticket offer? Are they running a special? Is this a launch? What's going on? And you would not be able to answer any of those questions, because here's the thing. You only see what's happening on the face. You have no idea what their strategy is or what the behind the scenes looks like to determine why they're charging what they're charging. So if someone is charging for the same thing that you are, and they're like an industry leader and they're charging like less than you, well, maybe that's because that's not their high ticket offer. That's probably their lowest package they have. Maybe they're running a special. Maybe they're closing it out and it's like a closeout sale. We have no idea. And so to go and to try to compare price points is just self-sabotaging. And really all it is you looking for confirmation that charging lower is okay. It's a way for you to try to make yourself feel better about undercharging for something you want to charge more for. And just stop doing it. Just stop it. Because honestly, it doesn't matter what other people are charging. You don't know why they're doing that or their strategy. And honestly, it's irrelevant. Who cares? Who cares? Here's the thing. David Nagel, I'm going to use him as an example because I worked on his sales campaigns and he's an amazing mindset coach and I support him and believe in him. David Nagel charges $20,000 for one day VIP with him. Okay? One day VIP. When I was doing his sales campaigns, I closed all sorts of those. Okay? One day VIP is $20K. People dropping 20 grand to go spend a day with him. Totally worth it, by the way. But I'm just saying, okay, I have other people in the industry that are just as successful as David, and they charge $5,000 for their one day VIP, okay? Or they charge $10,000, or they charge more. And here's the thing, the strategy is different, the goals are different. Their offers are different. It's part of a different funnel or sales campaign. You have no way of knowing this. So stay out of people's business. You got to stay in your own lane. Okay? You've got to stay in your own lane and mind your business. It's none of your business. Okay, this is something that was really hard for me to adopt and to start to kind of use as like my daily practice, because I used to say, okay, I've got this offer. Now I need to go see what these people are charging. And there was like 3 experts in the industry that I followed and stalked constantly. And so every time I was getting ready to launch anything or sell or promote, I would go see what they were charging and what they were including, and then I would come back and fix mine so it was exactly the same as theirs. Well, guess what? Theirs sold like hotcakes and mine flopped. Okay? And the reason is because I was creating something that wasn't mine, that I wasn't excited about. I didn't stand behind it. I was just copying. And the other thing is their people buy in different manners than mine. I have people that are far more successful than me, and they don't charge as much for some of the same programs that I do, and vice versa. So again, it's a waste of your energy. If you're struggling with pricing because it's an insecurity thing, you got to fix that shit. You got to fix it. Get it under control. If you're doing it, if you're pricing the way you are because you're not sure what to price, you got to get that under control too. And you need to go get a mentor, or you got to get training, or you got to go figure it out. But you can't go externally to figure this stuff out. Okay, the next is that you're pricing out of pure fear and desperation of losing a potential client or being rejected. And this is something that I think every entrepreneur, probably even business owner, goes through, right? Like, oh my God, what if we put this out and we launch it and we make it official? We put all this hard work, time, effort, money, and we're going to put it out there. And then everyone is going to be like, you know, shocked that it's this much. Nobody's going to pay it. We're not going to get no clients. Oh my God, we're going to have a failed launch. What are we going to do? This is because, one, you probably are not very confident in what you offer. You're not excited about it. But in any case, regardless of what it is, you've got to start practicing putting price points on things that just feel good to you. They just feel right. I do recommend that everything you do in your business, and I would capitalize that in big bold print, but everything that you do in your business give you some sort of a little bit of fear and stretch you just a little bit out of your comfort zone. Okay, because you can't be successful and comfortable at the same time. You got to have a little bit of fear, a little bit of like resistance. You have to be a little bit scared and stretched, because that's just the way it goes. So if you're pricing out of fear and desperation that maybe someone's going to reject you, well, guess what? That's the worst case, that someone's going to say no. And again, at the beginning, we already talked about, you need to detach from that. You have to detach from outcomes. So it doesn't matter. That's now irrelevant. Who cares if people reject it? Good for them. Goodbye. Go somewhere else. You're not my ideal client. You get out of the way so I can see my ideal clients. And that's exactly how I look at it. Every time someone unsubscribes, every time anyone says no to one of my offers, anytime that somebody leaves my Facebook group, it's a effing celebration over here. Goodbye. Because now my people can shine through. Now the people that want to see what I'm doing can see, because the crowd is thinning. Okay? There's a lot of flies on the wall when it comes to this online world. There's a lot of people that are just lurkers. They'll never grow their business. They'll never take any leaps or bounds. They'll never make those scary investments. They're not committed. There's a lot of those people that just consume information but never do anything with it. I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of that. And so you want to flush that stuff out. You want to flush those people out so that you can see your clients and your ideal clients can see you. Okay, so if you're worried about rejection or losing a client, let it go. It doesn't matter. There's way too many people out there that are going to accept your offer, and they're going to work with you because it's meant to be, and you have to start trusting that. Let go of all this attachment. It's going to paralyze you in your business. It's going to cause you to just forever be stuck in doubting yourself. Stop comparing yourself. Stop doubting. There's just too many clients, and there's so much money out there available that it's a total waste of your energy. You've got to start trusting. It's going to work out. Here's the thing. As long as you're doing what you really love and you stand behind, and as long as you're being consistent and you're taking the action steps and doing the work, it's all going to work out as it should. Maybe not as you want it, but as it should. So you have to start trusting that. The only way that it's not is if you don't show up, if you don't do the work, and you spend your time meddling in a bunch of stuff that's pointless, or if you're completely inconsistent, or if you're not committed or excited. Okay? So get yourself into the right state of mind, and then none of this stuff is going to even matter. We wouldn't actually be having this conversation. Okay. If you are, or if you have been hesitant to asking what you really want for your offers out of fear of losing clients or rejection, give me a number 2 in the comments. If you have felt hesitant to maybe increase your prices, ask for more money, if you've been, fearful of somebody rejecting you, or maybe saying, you know what, I could have been a client, but I can't because I can't afford this. If any of this has ever been or is right now for you true, give me a 2 in the comments and let me know. Okay, we're raining 2s. And this is really, really common. And again, if you let go of that attachment, you can let all this go. This will no longer be a thing for you. Okay, Jackie says 2. Jennifer says 2. We got, let's see, Valerie says 2. Victoria says 2. Javon says 2. Yeah, okay, so just let it go. Just make the commitment today. Elk says 2. All right, make the commitment today to let this go. Okay? And here's the thing. When someone says no, when someone, doesn't, Lisa says honest 2. Leah says 2. Yep. If somebody says no to you or can't afford your prices, what I want you're going to hear my dog in the back, and I apologize. My daughter's getting home early from school today. And yeah, Javon says, let that shit go. Yes, let it go. Because when somebody says no to you, whether it be your price point, your offer, whatever you're doing, if someone unsubscribes, they leave your Facebook group, here's the thing. They're not your ideal clients anyway. So why do you want to build up a bunch of people that are not even ideal clients? They're not even people that want what you need. They're not going to buy. Why waste your time and energy on that type of stuff? Like, I actually want people to tell me no. I want people to unsubscribe themselves from my email list, because you know what? They're costing me friggin' money, and they're taking up space. And honestly, you're bringing down my deliverability rates, and it's going to save me a shit ton of time. So go ahead, unsubscribe yourself and do me a favor. It is all in favor for you. It's the universe's way of just making things work, and they're lining things up for you. And what happens is people look at it as, oh my God, I suck. And we get so dramatic instead of saying, yay, I got some unsubscribes today. Okay. Or yay, I had 5 sales calls and 3 people said no and 2 said yes. I'm so happy about the ones that said yes. It's just shifting your focus. Okay. All right. The other problem is that you're pricing your offers or your services based on what someone told you to price them. Okay, before we move on, can everyone still hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up or let me know in the comments? Victoria said she lost audio. Can everyone somebody just let me know you can still hear me? Before we move on. Okay, cool. So yeah, Victoria, hon, you might want to just refresh. Okay, so if you're pricing your offers or your services based on what someone else told you to do, I would ask how that feels for you, because here's the problem. Awesome, cool, Victoria. The problem with this is it goes back to comparing yourself to like what other people are charging. So if I were to say, price it at this, you would have to question, why should I price it at that, Anne? Is that because that's what you would price it at? Is that because that's what your people would pay? Is this the only way? Because here's the thing. Again, we've already really talked about this, is that everybody prices different. And there's reasons behind it that we don't know, that we don't understand. So again, if someone tells you that this is what you should price something as, I want you to question it and really think about, does that feel good to me? Does that feel right? Is that number right for me? And if it's not, then you come up with a number that works for you, and you let go of what other people are telling you have to do. That would be like me saying the only way that you'll ever make money in your business is if you do this one thing right here. And if you don't do it this way, it won't work. right? Now, there's certain things in business that just work a certain way because it's based on technology or statistics. But here's the thing, when it comes to, you know, pricing your offers, that comes down to you. Okay, that comes down to what feels good for you. Hey, listen, you're the one that has to sell it, not me. I don't need to sell your stuff. You don't need to sell my stuff, right? So that's you know, that's going to be something that feels good for you that you need to tap into. Now, I do tell my clients, here's an average price frame. Like, you know, if you're doing one-on-one coaching for 3 months, the average pricing for that is $1,500 to like $3,000 or $3,700, dependent on your skill set, dependent on, you know, how long you've been, how much testimonials and experience you have with doing it. Like if you're brand spanking new, you might charge a little lower until, you know, you feel confident in charging more. But I'll give you the idea of like, here's an average. But I'm not going to say price it at this, and if you don't, then it's not going to work. Or no, you need to price it at this. You need to let that stuff go. And again, you're a business owner. It's up to you what you do. Like, this is your business. It's not somebody else's. Okay, so I want you guys to kind of have a little more confidence in yourself. Put your head up a little bit higher, put your shoulders back, and trust that you're smart enough to do this. You don't need somebody else to give you all the answers. You can do this. And worst case scenario, you do it. It doesn't work. You try again. You do something different. It's not the end of the world. Sarah said, why is it easier to sell your stuff than it is mine? What's that all about? I'm not sure what you mean, Sarah. Can you explain a little bit more about what that, I don't know what you mean. Why is it easier to sell your stuff than it is mine? Yeah, let me know a little bit more. Like, I'm not quite sure what that means. So let me know, because I will answer that. I just don't know what it means. Why is it easier to sell your stuff than it is mine? What's that all about? Yeah, I'll wait for you, Sarah. You go ahead and, oh, like refer your program. Okay. Oh, okay, because you did, yeah, you had some referrals for the mastermind. So here's the thing. First of all, the number one reason is this. When you refer somebody, like if you're selling somebody else's product, program, or service, and you're like, wow, people are buying, but they don't buy my stuff, there's a disconnect. Number one, they're probably buying, I'll use my stuff as an example, Sarah, because that's what you asked. Okay, Sarah, so if you refer someone to my program and they buy my program, but they're not buying yours. Number one, the bottom line is they resonated with my program. Okay? Remember, people buy what they see value in and what they feel is a solution to a problem that they're having. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, people, when you refer someone to something else, if those people trust you and you trust my program, then they automatically are like, I'm going to buy because you know what? I really trust Sarah. And so I'm going to buy. If she believes in it, it must be great. Number three is that maybe it could be that, let me think. Hold on. There's a third thing that I wanted to bring up here. Because number one is that they saw my program as a solution. It was, something that they see as valuable. The other thing too is that when you refer somebody, typically if you're excited about something, then they're automatically, like, that energy is going to radiate to them and they're going to be excited. So if you were excited and you went and told someone about my program and you were all excited about it and they were like, oh my God, really? They already trust you. Now they see that you're really excited. Now they're excited and now they want to sign up, right? So ultimately, those are like the reasons that happens. And so what you have to ask yourself is, number one, am I really excited about my offers the way that Anne is excited about hers? Like, am I showing up with that much excitement about my offers? Do I see the value in my program? Do I see the value in my offers and in my program so that my clients can see that too? Okay. And that's really what it's going to come down to. And then, of course, your people need to know, like, and trust you. They need to see your offers as solutions, not just an offer, but a solution. And so that's really what it comes down to, right? And here's the thing. In the beginning of my business, I was in the same place. I used to refer, I was an affiliate for Suzanne Evans, Lisa Sasevich, and a whole bunch of other big leaders in our industry. And anytime that I would tell people about their offers, people would buy them like crazy. But they were not buying my programs. I was making money off those people buying their programs and not mine. And the reason is because I've just had a really big disconnect with my own business. I wasn't super confident. I wasn't sure that my offers were really valuable or going to get them a solution. I wasn't excited about my offers, and I wasn't showing up and really marketing. The thing is if you send someone over to my stuff and say, hey, go check this out, they're going to see someone showing up with great energy, super excited, very consistent, providing solutions, being really personable. And that's really what's going to sell them, okay? So maybe you're not fully showing up that way in your business, and then that's why that's happening. But look into it, okay, and see. So Sarah says, so I'm more excited about everyone else's stuff than my own. Well, it's probably a confidence thing, which you're in the mastermind, and we're working on all that stuff. But it's just getting you confident about your offers and the value of them, and being really excited about bringing in some new clients to work in those offers with you. You've got to have that energy, because if you're like, I don't know, I'm going to throw it out there, then you're going to get that same energy in return. You're going to get people that are like, whatever, I'm going to move on, right? So you got to up your energy. Most entrepreneurs don't treat their business like a business and never factor in overhead and profit. This is another thing that I see a lot. You're running a business. Like, you're running a business. You have to treat it like a business. You need revenue and you need profit. You need to be able to pay your business, but you also need to be able to pay yourself. And we're going to talk about that. Javon says, can you explain why you suggest charging more for VIP days or half VIPs than a 3-month program? To me, the VIP days are less time. Okay, so, well, I don't recommend that you charge less for a VIP than you do coaching. Well, here's the thing. It's $5,000 to come coach with me in my 3-month coaching, which, by the way, I don't do anymore. But it was $5,000 to do 3 months of coaching with me, one-on-one. It's $7,500 to do my 1 day, or my VIP day. A day with me is $7,500. So, but here's the thing. It can be higher, it can be lower, it can even be the same price. I have a couple of clients where they charge the exact same, except that the 3-month coaching, you could pay over 3 months. And the VIP day, you have to pay your initial deposit, and then you have to pay your second or the rest of it before the actual VIP happens, but it's actually the same price. Again, it's just coming down to value. People see a lot of, okay, so here's the thing. Some people are going to see more value in a VIP day because you're busy entrepreneurs who are really established. They see more value in a VIP day because it's like one and done. It's the same day. They walk away with everything they want. That is invaluable. Other people might see one-on-one coaching more valuable because for them, to try to do all of that in 1 day is way too much, and they don't see the value in that. But they might need more time to get the same results, right? So you have some people that want it fast, and that's what they see the value in. Fast, fast, fast. You have other people that see the value in slow and steady. Okay, so it's not really about which one should be more or less or whatever. It's just about however you want to price them. Like I said, my VIP day is more expensive than my 3-month coaching, but it used to be less than my 3-month coaching. And I have clients that their VIPs are the exact same amount as their one-on-one coaching. They're just structured different in terms of the price. Okay. So when you do not treat your business like a business and you don't factor in the overhead and profit, you end up just getting by, and you can't pay yourself a consistent paycheck. So basically, your business makes money, but you do not. I see this a lot as well. I see a lot of entrepreneurs out there making money, in their business, but they're not making any money. Just the business is making money, okay? And so in this particular case, you really want to start to treat your business as it is. It's a business. And in order for you to have profit in your business, you can't just do the time for, trade time for money. You have to start looking at, what is it going to cost to grow your business? What is it going to cost? What is it going to take to truly grow your business? And you'll notice when you do that it's going to consist of you charging more for things so that you can make investments. And an example of that is like, an example of that, let me think of something that I did. So, okay, when I had my previous virtual assistant business, and even now in my sales business, I used to charge, hourly or whatever, like just for me. But then I started to say, you know what? I want to bring some team on board. Like, I can't do all this by myself. I can't take on all this workload. What I need to do is start to hire other virtual assistants to come in and help me. So in order to do that, there was no way that I could continue to charge my hourly rate. I had to start to look at the value that bringing additional team members into my business was going to give my clients. Because it's not just about me bringing on a VA. Bringing on additional team, bringing in better systems, bringing in more services and support is all beneficial to my client. That's all value. And so if you're not charging based on that, you can't grow your business. You have to add on. You have, like, if you go to your local grocery store, most of us where we live, there's taxes, right? Like, you buy something and there's a percentage that's taxed on it, the stores are buying things at one price, but they're selling it at another price. And the reason that they're doing that is because they have to pay their employees to serve you every day. They have to pay the lights, the power, the CMP. And because for you to eat food every day is invaluable. You can't go without it. You need your food, right? And so they price it what they price it, and you buy it because you want to eat and because you want to have a cashier ring your stuff up and bag it for you. You don't want to do it yourself. Well, the company has to pay for those things. Otherwise, it would never grow to where it is, right? So start to treat your business like an actual business and understand that to grow and to scale your business, you're going to need other things and other people, and you're going to have to pay for that. But all of those things that you invest in to make your business better is also valuable to the clients that come into your business, because you can serve them even better at a higher level when you have what you need in place to support yourself, okay? All right, give me a money emoji in the comments if you pay yourself a consistent paycheck every week or month, or give me a 3 if you do not do that, okay? A money emoji if you are giving yourself a paycheck every week or month or whatever. You're consistently paying yourself. And give me a 3, okay, if you do not do that. So maybe you're making some money, but you're not really paying yourself. Maybe you're not making anything. I don't know. But tell me in the comments, give me the money emoji or the number 3. I want to see where you guys are at. Let me take a look. And yes, I like these to be really engaged. So I want you guys to answer the questions, engage here with me, intrigue me a little bit, enlighten me. Okay, yeah, so we have some 3s. I'm just kind of looking at the comments here. Some of them are coming in kind of slow and whatever. Okay, cool. So we've got some 3s. Okay, so that's, this is where I just want you guys to really start taking your business a little bit more seriously, and start thinking about the growth that you want to experience. If you're looking for your business to grow, if you're looking for, you want to bring on some team members, maybe you want to do some delegation, maybe you want to upgrade some systems, Whatever's going to support you so you can better support your clients, start factoring that into what you're charging, because it's all part of it, okay? This is going to leave you living client to client, basically playing the cat and mouse game, and never really growing if you don't start to look at what it's going to cost to grow your business. It's going to cost you to serve your clients even more. It's going to cost you to serve more clients. It's going to cost you to serve them even better than what you are now. That costs money. And when you're able to really show up for your clients and take things to another level like that, your clients will pay you more money. Okay? They will pay you more money. And that's what's going to justify that for you. Okay, that's what's going to justify the fact that you can show up in a bigger way, support them even bigger. Jackie said, yes, I pay me. Good. Everybody should be paying themselves. Leah says 3. Awesome. Okay, guys. All right, here's the solution. The price of your offer has nothing to do with how much time you are or are not putting in. Okay, so we talked about it. I want you to let go of trading time for money. That is number 1. Let go of it right now, today, right here. Let it go. Okay, we can figure out another way. Number 2, there's no way for you to know what one person is willing to pay or what they feel is a great price for the value being received. So ask yourself, what would you pay? I ask myself that all the time with my programs, like, would I pay this? Would I be able to come in and get a result? Or I ask myself, what do I need? Like, if I was taking this program, what would I need for me to show up and do the work and commit to this program so I could get the results I want? What do I need? And this is one of the questions that has always made me make up my mind to give one-on-one support. In case you haven't noticed, depending on, if you've ever bought any of my programs, if you've ever worked with me, then you know firsthand that I over-deliver and I make sure that I delegate everything out so that I make myself 1,000% available to my clients. All of my focus is on my clients. And that's why people pay me what they pay me, because they know that I'm making myself available no matter what to help them get the results that they want. And when you do that, it's valuable. But guess what? It costs me money to do that because I have to delegate everything else out so that I can focus on that. That means I have to pay really good for my systems. I have to pay other team members to come in and help me. But I can give invaluable support and access to my clients. And that's worth it, okay? People will pay for that. They'll pay a lot for that. And so ask yourself what your program would need to look like and how would it need to be structured? What would it need to include for you to pay for your program? And this is how you can start to help yourself really look at, from an outsider, really look at, is this really valuable? And this is how I'm always able to feel like my offers are so valuable, because I put myself in my client's shoes and I look at everything from my client's perspective. What would I need for this to be successful? What would I want to see included? How would it need to be structured? And I look at all the objections or challenges that might come up along the way, and then I include those in my programs, okay? A lot of people, a lot of leaders and entrepreneurs in today's industry, they're not going to give you very much access to them, if at all. And they're not doing one-on-one coachings. Like, a lot of people are not doing one-on-one coaching anymore. Okay, sorry. I had to plug in my laptop. I didn't want it to die. And the reason is because they're going for that more scalable, leveraged model where they just don't want to be in their business anymore. They want to make money. They want to serve clients, but they don't want to be in the business anymore. And this is all preference, right? For me, that I don't enjoy that, because I've invested a lot of money in programs where the coach or the mentor was like incognito. I never saw her. She never helped, or they never helped me. They had way too much going on. They weren't available for my questions, and I wasn't getting the support that I needed. And so when I create my programs, I think about that. And I'm like, you know what? My people need support. My people need hand-holding. They need customization. They need one-on-one. I need to incorporate that into my programs. But guess what? That's going to cost money to do that, right? Okay. You can't compare your prices to anyone else's because there's no way for you to know their strategy or behind the scenes situation. So it does not matter what they are charging. Their business has nothing to do with your business or your target market. Okay. And people have different target markets. Some people have trained their people to buy high ticket. Some people have not trained their people to buy, and they don't buy anything. And some people can only get people to buy low ticket offers. Everything is so different in every business that it does you no good. It's not serving you to try to figure this out and compare yourself, okay? Okay, number 4, you should be pricing your offers based on what you think they're worth. And that comes down to getting really excited and confident in your offers. And like I just said, ask yourself if you would buy your program. If you wouldn't, what needs to change so that you would? Okay? What needs to change so that you would buy it? What needs to be included? What needs to be different? Start to think about that. And when you're creating content, ask yourself that same question. If I saw this post on social media, would I stop and read it? Would I find this valuable or interesting? Is this really leading towards my end goal? Ask yourself questions. People are in such a rush to get stuff out there that they don't even think about what they're doing. And honestly, that few minutes of just doing an internal check could change everything for you, okay? Give me a 4 in the comments. I want you to give me a 4 in the comments if you see the value in your offer, or give me a 5 if you're not quite there yet, okay? I want to know how valuable you think your offer, just pick an offer that you're trying to sell, how valuable you think it is. Give me a 4 if you're like, oh, hell yeah. Or give me a 5 if you're not quite feeling it yet, like you're not quite there. And ask yourself, would I buy it? Give me a 4 or give me a 5. Let me know where you guys are at with that. Okay, Sarah said a 5. Okay, and we're in the mastermind. We'll work on that. Martha says 5. Martha, you're in my mastermind. We'll work on that, girl. We'll get you guys there. We'll get you there. So 4, if you do see the value in your offer, and a 5 if you're just not quite there yet. Come on, guys. Give me a couple more and we'll move on. You guys know I love engagement. You can't just hide behind your screens. Jennifer said, I know the value, but I'm struggling to convey it. Perfect. That's another issue, right? Okay, awesome. Victoria says a 4. Good. Elg says 5, needs some tweaking. Okay. And yeah, Jennifer, that's a good point too. A lot of entrepreneurs feel like they are in love with their offer and they think it's really valuable, but they're not sure how to really get other people or their ideal clients to see the value in it as well. Okay. We'll talk more about that here in this challenge. Okay. That's a really good one. All right. The other thing is that no one can put a price on what you provide, okay? So what one person sees as valuable, another person might not, okay? So what that means is for the people, like I'm gonna use my mastermind as an example. When my mastermind was open, which some of you here on this call today, you're in my mastermind. When Momentum Mastermind opened up, some people saw it as valuable. It was a solution and they were all in. Other people were like, nah, but they bought other programs. So again, it's not going to serve you to try to price something based on what one person thinks of it, because what one person thinks of it, another might not. And you can't switch up your pricing every day, and you can't give every person a different price. And so you really can't price your offer based on just what one person thinks about it. And the other thing is that you should ask yourself, the people that you are going to for pricing information, are they going to buy from you? Because if they're giving you prices, Are they going to be the ones that are going to buy from you? Because it really is irrelevant if not, right? So it's just some shifts in perspective, guys. Okay, when it comes down to what one person is willing to pay, it completely depends on what they think is valuable for the problem that they're having and how bad do they want the solution to the problem. Literally, this is what it comes down to. There's people that will pay David Nagel $20,000 to spend one day with him. And that is because they know, like, and trust him, and they see an instant solution in going and spending the day with him. It is a solution to their problems that they cannot say no to. They want it, they sign up. That same person might come look at your $20 offer and be like, I don't see any point in that and I wouldn't buy it. They might look at your $5,000 offer and be like, no, I don't have the money for that. And then they might turn around and go buy David's $20,000 VIP day. It's not about the money. It is about what they see as a valuable solution to a problem they're having. If they want a solution to their problem, they will find the money. Even if they don't physically have it, they will go and find it. They will find a way to make it happen. An example of that, really quickly, is when my son, back in April of 2016, when my son was diagnosed with a rare eye disease that was progressively causing him to go blind, the doctor gave us 30 days to get him into surgery, or he was going to go blind at 15 years old. This came out of nowhere. He said, you've got 30 days. This is progressively growing and your son's going to go blind. And here's the other thing he said. Any damage done cannot be reversed. We can only stop the disease from progressing. We can't repair the damage already done. You got to get that kid into surgery. You got 30 days. Okay, that was a huge problem. But here's what else was a problem. The other problem was that they didn't do the surgery here in Maine, where I live. They did the surgery in Canada. So we also had only 30 days, but we also had to travel. So we had to get flights. And then we had to get, they told us, they said the one thing with this is that they don't do insurance. You got to pay cash. Well, guess what? The rare eye disease that my son had comes in both eyes, not one. And so it was going to cost us $10,000 just for the surgery. Not the flights, not the hotel, not anything else. Just for that alone. At this time, we were tied up in the house that we own right now. We were getting ready to close. We were like a couple of weeks away from closing on this house, and we had all kinds of money wrapped up and tied up in this house that we live in now. So all of this was happening at once. And here's the thing. We did not have $10,000. We had no idea how the hell are we coming up with all that money in 30 days? But here's what I will tell you. It wasn't negotiable. I didn't care what I had to do. There was no freaking way I was just going to say, screw it, and let my son go blind. Okay? And believe me when I tell you, we exhausted every single freaking option, whether we liked it or we didn't like it, because it was a non-negotiable. It had to happen. So that meant we took out loans, we took out credit cards, we borrowed the money, we drained our savings account, we made it happen. Okay? Now, had somebody come to me at that time and offered me a coaching program, I probably would have said no, right? I don't have $10,000, sorry. And because maybe it wasn't an urgency for me. Now, you don't always have to have that extreme, but what I'm trying to get you to understand here is that if somebody sees something as a solution and they really want a solution to that problem, they want it to go away, they will get the money. They will find it. So don't focus on, oh, should I charge this because it's going to be too much? Or, well, most of my people like to pay just a little bit. Like, never mind all of that, okay? Here's an example. Client A turns down a $97 offer, okay? This happens in the industry all the time. Client A turns down a $97 offer. But then client A later buys a $20,000 one-day VIP. Do you know why? Because they saw the value. They saw a solution in that VIP day. You could have given them that offer for $0 and for free. They wouldn't have bought it because the VIP day was what they saw as a solution. It's not about the money, okay? And this happens all the time. You see someone say no to you, and then you see them out spending, hundreds and hundreds or thousands of dollars with their girlfriends or another coach or whatever, and they told you they didn't have the money. And that's because it's not about the money. Let that go and you will make so much money this year. Just let that go. Here's another example. Client A turns down your $5,000 offer and then later buys your $10,000 offer. This goes back to what I told you guys before. I've used this example where I had, I don't know, now it was either a $27 or $97 offer that my prospect said no to. She goes, I can't afford it. And then 2 weeks later, paid $2,000 in cash, in full, to join my mastermind. And I'm like, we have a payment plan. And she's like, yeah, no, I just want to pay it off. Now, obviously, I didn't say, why didn't you buy the other offer? It was much lower because I already knew. I'm a sales expert. It wasn't a solution to her problem. Even if I would have offered it for free, she wouldn't have taken it. It wasn't a solution. Again, the money has nothing to do with this. The price that you put on your offers have absolutely nothing to do with it. The only reason people give you money objections is because, yes, Javon, you too, in the program, yes, she joined the mastermind, was like that. Okay, so here's the thing. The people give you money objections because they're just being nice. They don't want what you have to offer, and they're being nice, and they're telling you, I don't have the money, okay? We'll get into objections. There's a whole bunch of reasons why people give you objections, but here's what you need to know. No matter what money objection they give you, it's not about the money, okay? I promise you, it's never, ever, ever, ever about the money. They're just going to tell you that. Here's another example. Client A turns down your $15,000 offer and then later buys your $5,000 offer. It just doesn't matter. You can't tell which way it's going to go. It depends on what they see as a solution, and that's the bottom line, okay? This happens because it's not about the price point or the money. It's about the perceived value that your prospect sees. And this is why you need to create sellable offers that show your ideal clients the value so they see it too, not just you. It will always boil down to what they think is a valuable solution to their problem and how bad they want that solution, okay? I could put a solution in front of every single one of you, everyone that's watching this live and the replayers. I could give each of you a solution to your sales problems, and not all of you are going to bite and take it because it's not that important to some of you. To some of you, getting a solution to your problem is not that important. It's not about the money. That's just an excuse. It's not that important to you. And that's what we just need to come to realize, okay? If you need a home, this is a little fun analogy I want to give you guys. If you need a home, okay, if you needed a home to live in, and I said that I would sell you my 5-bedroom house on 12 acres of land out in the country, completely move-in ready, okay? For $20,000, would you buy it? Just give me a yes or no in the comments. If you needed a place to live, and I said, here, you can have my house. It's a 5-bedroom house. It's 12 plus acres. It's out in the country, and I'll even have it completely move-in ready for you. For $20,000, would you buy it? Now think about that for just a minute before you answer. And then give me a yes or no in the comments. I want you to just think about what I'm asking you here for a minute. Come on, guys. Either I have a delay or you guys are slow at responding. Okay. All right, I just had to refresh. Martha, I think I'm back. Yeah, just refresh. So Jennifer said, my thought is that something's wrong with it for that price. Okay. Well, okay, cool. Come on, guys. Thoughts in the comments. I need to teach you guys how to engage on social media. That's what it's all about. Javon, the question is up on the screen. If you needed a home to live in, and I said that I would give you my 5-bedroom house on 12 plus acres out in the country, completely move-in ready for $20,000, would you buy it? That's what the question is. I just want to know, yes or no, would you buy it? Think about it before you answer. And here's where I'm going with this. So some of you are going to say yes. Okay, Victoria said yes, she would buy it. Summer, oh, that's a good one. Summer says, I have to see it first. What's the catch? Okay, so here's the thing, all right? Okay, Summer said there's a delay. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Here's the thing, guys. Some of you are going to say yes. Some of you are going to say no. Some of you are going to want more information, right? So all of you, even though I know that my house is worth way more than $20,000, okay? Siobhan says, maybe, I want to see it. Yes, Sarah says, I don't like shoveling snow. Yes, that's one of my points. Right there. I live in Maine, okay? Not everyone wants to live in this state. Like Sarah said, I don't like shoveling snow, okay? That is an objection. That's something so Sarah would say, you know what? That's a freaking killer deal, but I'm not buying it because it doesn't have a solution for me. I don't want to shovel snow. So even though I'm pricing it so flippin' cheap, look at the objections that I'm getting. Sarah said, I don't like shoveling snow. Well, guess what? I could sell it to her for $10. She's not going to buy it because she doesn't want to live in the state of Maine. She doesn't want to come shovel 10 feet of snow every winter, right? Maybe she doesn't want to uproot her family. Maybe, you know, you're settled where you are and you love your house. Maybe you would have absolutely nothing out here for you, okay? So again, even though I'm pricing it at practically nothing, do you see how I'm not getting any sales? No buyers. Even right here on this Facebook Live, no buyers. Well, I got one buyer. Victoria said she'd buy it. And she'd probably just fix it up, sell it, make the money from it, right? Unless she wanted to live in the state of Maine. So again, I charged it for nothing and I'm not getting buyers. That's just a little example, okay? Okay. Here's another one. If you needed to master your selling, if you needed to master selling your services in order for you to take your business to the next level and make unlimited income potential, and I offered you a VIP day with me right now for $7,500, would you buy it? Yes, so Victoria said, yes, I'd flip it. Yes, Victoria, that's what I figured. You'd flip it. Okay? So now tell me yes or no to that. If you needed to master selling your services, okay, in order for you to take your business to the next level and make unlimited income potential, and I offered you a VIP day where I would help you do that for $7,500, would you buy it? Yes or no? Drop them in the comments. I'm just going to take a drink of my tea. So I'm just going to give you guys a second because I know we have a delay and I know my replayers are going to hate that I'm doing that, but I'm doing it. Just give me a yes or no. Let me know in the comments. And so here's the thing. So Jennifer said, there's a piece missing for me to say yes. Okay. And here's the thing, guys. If you look at my services or anybody's services and you look at a house, typically we see a lot of value right away from a house, right? Like there's a lot of value. And I'm offering a house at $20,000 and I'm offering services at $7,500. Now, most people would think, oh, they'll go for the lower offer. But here's the thing. It's not about the price, right? Objections are going to come up if you're offering something that the other person cannot see as valuable. They need to see it as a solution, or they're not going to buy it no matter what price you put on it. High, low, it doesn't matter, okay? So it's not a question of whether or not one can afford your services. It's a question of how bad do they want it? How bad do they want it? And that is what you guys need to really start to figure out with your ideal clients. And that's where you want to price. You want to price based on value, on potential outcome for your clients, based on profit for yourself. It's not about time for money. It's not about what you think people are going to pay. Because if somebody needs a solution and you put that in front of them, they will find the way to make it happen. So here's what needs to shift. You need to see the value in your offer first. If you don't see the value, okay, if you don't see the value, they're not going to see the value either. Yeah, Summer said, I would need more than that. Yeah, so you would need me to give you more information to buy that. Awesome. And that's what you guys, I want you to take that away from this exercise. I want you to start to think about that. That sometimes you're not given the information that your people need. You're just saying, oh my God, I got a special for $7,500, a VIP day with me. And you're excited about it, but other people are like, well, what's this VIP? What's it have to do with me? What's it going to help me do, right? You have to start thinking like your clients. All right, here's what you need to do if you don't see the value in your offer. You've got to give it elements that make it valuable. So create something you're excited about and that you believe in. Make it step by step. Just solve the first problem. You don't need to solve every problem. Include relevant bonuses, things to help fast track them in the program, okay? And set urgency, like time or space limiters. It's available for this much time or these many more days or this many people, okay? Give them some access to you, whether it's email, Voxer, one-on-one, whatever it might be. Make sure it provides a solution, and it needs to be a step-by-step clear path. Here's what we'll do together, step by step, to get you from A to B, okay? And then speak to the benefits, not the features. Don't talk about the features. That is not what's going to sell anything. This is my features, to give you guys examples. My features, Voxer access, Facebook group, monthly Q&A calls, 2 sessions a month, 45-minute sessions, email access, workbooks, homework, daily prompts, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, weekly or monthly training calls, membership or portal access, guest experts. Those are features, okay? Here's my benefits. You'll see the difference. You walk away with complete clarity on who your dreamy client is and isn't, where they are spending their time, what they want so badly that they will take out their credit card for it, how you help them specifically get results. You will have not 1, not 2, but 3 sellable offers packaged up and beautifully priced, so you're not only getting paid amazingly for your work and loving how you're working with clients, but making them objection proof as your ideal clients see them as the obvious next step, making it a total no-brainer. You walk away with a profit plan, not a list of things to do every day, but proven, simplified strategies that get results so that you know what you're doing every single day, week, and month in your business. Cash injection strategies that are rinse and repeatable and can be pulled out any time that you want to inject some extra cash into your pocket without hustle and technology. Ridiculous confidence in sales. You not only bang out sales calls left and right, but you close those calls effortlessly because you know how to overcome objections, ask the right questions, and show up to serve, not sell. Those are my benefits. That's what my clients can walk away with. If they show up and they're committed, this is what they walk away with. If they show up and do what I tell them to do, these are the possible results for them. Versus this. This is not going to sell my offers, but this is. And guess what? The price point won't make a difference with these types of benefits. Sarah said, so if my people don't know what Voxer is, then offering it is not of value. Absolutely it is, because what you can do is teach them the value. Now, that's a good one, because when I first started offering Voxer a year and a half ago, my clients had no idea what Voxer was. I had to teach them. I said, and listen, you'll get unlimited one-on-one Voxer access to me. And if you don't know what Voxer is, let me fill you in on this amazing voice app. And then I would tell them, here's the benefits. This is why it's amazing. And I would teach them, and they'd be like, oh my God, that sounds awesome. I want that. So teach them. It is valuable. But here's the other thing. If your clients don't see something as valuable, teach them. If you think it's valuable, teach them. Okay, which one do you feel totally aligned with? My features or my benefits? Drop it in the comments, features or benefits. Which one, if you were a potential client and you and I were talking and I gave you my features, my benefits, which one of those would sell you? Yeah, Victoria, benefits, hands down, absolutely. Sarah said benefits, Victoria said benefits. Yep. Summer said, I never used Voxer before I met Ann and I love it. Absolutely. It's friggin' awesome. I love it because I can connect with my clients whenever. It's way better than trying to put sessions in my calendar and all of that. Martha said benefits for sure. Okay, so you see, if you're trying to sell this, your clients aren't going to buy this. Do this instead. So start to think about the potential outcomes that your clients can get from the services that you're offering, okay? The other thing is you got to start pricing based on the possible value and outcome. So what is a solution to a particular problem worth, or what is having a certain something worth? You got to figure out for your clients, you know, what is it worth to them to no longer struggle with sales? Or what is it worth to them to lose 50 pounds? Or what is it worth to them to get over their anxiety and be able to live a normal freaking life? You've got to go find out what that's worth to them, if that's something they really, really want. And then you figure out how are you going to help them get that. And that's what's going to sell them. So here's how you identify the outcome in your offer and then find out what it's worth. You create a signature system, okay? This is going to give a step-by-step path to how you will bring your clients in from where they're at and then get them where they want to be specifically. And then you'll be able to deliver an actual outcome for your clients versus inviting them to a program where there's no real path to any sort of result or outcome, because this allows them to see a solution to their problem, which is invaluable. When you have a signature system, which is step-by-step path, it's a system that gets them a specific result, and you can share that with them, they see a proven path. They can understand specifically how you're going to help them get there. It is not enough to say, come into my program and I'm going to help you. Or come into my program and I'll help you, you know, get better at your sales like I help my other clients. That's not enough. You've got to be able to show them specifically how you're going to help them, because if you don't, somebody else will. Give me a 5 in the comments if you already have a signature system in place. Give me a 5 if you have a step-by-step system that takes your client from point A to point B when they come work with you. I want to know who has that. I know some of you do because you're in my mastermind and we created these, but just give me a 5 in the comments if you have a step-by-step system that gets your clients from point A to point B. Okay, Robin says 5. Go ahead and drop some 5s. Okay. The other thing that needs to shift is how much do you need to earn compared to how much you want to work. Now, a lot of people do not look at this. A lot of people don't even consider this, but here's the thing. We could all take on lots and lots of clients. Victoria said 5 since I watched your training. Yay, awesome. Victoria's in the mastermind, so Victoria's getting that down. Sarah, we're working on yours. Perfect. Here's the thing. You can all go work like 100 hours. You could bring on like 100 clients. Do you really want to do that to meet your income goals? Probably not. So you have to look at how much do you need to earn compared to how much do you want to work. So here's how you decide on your availability. Number 1, you got to look at how many days a week do you really want to work? How many hours a day do you really want to be working? What other things do you want to create time and space for in your life? How many clients would feel overwhelming? If you had clients sign on today, 10 clients right now sign up for your program, would you feel freaked out and overwhelmed? You have to figure out what that looks like for you. When do you want to take time off or vacation? And do you want to be totally capped out? Like, do you want to be completely maxed out in your programs to the point where you can't do anything else? You have to look at your availability. Okay, this is going to help you price your offers, because if you're pricing really low right now, but you want to take some time off, you want a vacation, you don't want to work weekends, you want to stop working by 4 or 5 o'clock at night, you want one day all to yourself for content creation, you want to be able to, work with just a handful of clients or so and not be completely maxed out, you better increase your prices. Because if you don't, you're going to need a lot of clients. You got to look at your availability. How many of you are currently working way more than you want to be, but you're not seeing the financial benefits of that? Tell me in the comments if you feel like you're working way more than what your bank account is telling you. I know I did for like 5 years. Drop it in the comments. Let me know if that is you. Yeah, Jennifer says, me. That was me too, for like ever. Victoria said, me. Yep. So you have to look at your availability, and then you have to look from your availability to what things do you want to focus on during the hours that you're working. Because if you're not spending time on the right things, you're going to exhaust yourself. Okay, the next thing is, what price can you confidently ask for without undercharging or financially struggling? So yeah, Sarah, you're in corporate too, so that's the thing. Yep. So really, time management is going to be really, really key. You want to think about what price you can confidently ask for, but remember, I want you to have that little stretch, but without undercharging or financially struggling, because here's the thing. You got to meet your income goals. You have to be able to pay your personal and business expenses and give yourself a little bit of money. You have to be able to do that. So what do you need to price to make that happen? But you also have to be able to feel confident enough in that price. So finding that balance. And then number 5, make it easy to say yes to. Give them flexible payment plan options. Include some relevant, juicy bonuses instead of decreasing the price. Add congruent urgency. Make your offer sellable. Okay, this is going to be a deal breaker. If you don't create sellable offers, you have a plain offer that everybody else has and nobody sees what makes it different. Okay, you want to eliminate as many money objections as you can, and you want to make this so easy to say yes to, a total no-brainer. but you also need to be confident about it, and it needs to support your financial goals. You've got to find that balance, okay? So the price is right. Number one, determine how much money you need to make each month, okay? And then you want this to be recurrent, okay? Recurrent income. And then compare that against how much time you ideally want to work, and price your offers to support those ideal situations. So I have to price my offers in a certain way so that I can take time off, so that I can take holiday vacations and school vacations with my kids and family trips, right? And so that I can hire other people so that I can focus on serving my clients. So I have to make sure that my prices support that. And then include some juicy benefits, a flexible payment plan option, and a step-by-step path. And you've got yourself an offer that's priced to support your goals and your lifestyle, as well as complement the value. This is how you can bring it all together, okay? Any questions? Anybody have any questions for me? Drop your questions in the in the comments if you have any. Replayers, please put your questions below. I will come back and respond. Let me know what questions you have. I'll give you guys all a minute here, and then I'll let you all go. Okay. I'm not seeing questions. I know there's a little delay, so I'll give you guys a quick second. But let me just wrap us up. So every Wednesday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for this entire month, make sure you put it in your calendar to be here live, okay? Because we're going to be doing these trainings all around the things that you guys need support with. We're going to be doing Q&A just like this, so you have an opportunity to ask your questions, get support right on the spot. Also, so you want to get those in your calendars, okay? Also, remember that the replays are limited time. So the replays are going to be available for a couple of days after they air live, and then they go away. But there is an opportunity for you to get them at $27. You'll have full lifetime access to all of the trainings that we do here over the month. If you want access to that, you've got to let me know in the comments. I can send you the link, and you'll get access to these trainings for life, okay? For as long as my business is alive. You will get access to all of the trainings. So that way, if you need to come back and watch them again, if you miss something, you know, or you just want to go over it again, you have access. I know some of you can't be here on all of the live calls, and sometimes you miss the replays. They're only available for a couple of days. So it's 27 right now. That's going to go up to 97 after this January challenge ends. So if you want that, now's the time. Just let me know in the comments. I'll send you the link, and you'll get full access to all of the videos, video trainings for $27, okay? The next thing is, you know, I want you guys to share your wins and your questions in the Facebook group, and I want you to use the hashtag sales confidence, okay? Because we want to spread this as much as possible. I really want you guys to have transformation around sales when you leave this program by the end of this month, okay? If you didn't get the PDF, I have a PDF that I created for you guys that goes along with this, with all of our trainings. If you go to the left in the files section, it's in there, okay? You can do it on your computer, it's fillable, or you can just print it out and put pen to paper, however you'd like to do it. But go ahead and use that, because all the things that we're covering in the training, you can go in there, you can fill those boxes in and start to get some clarity. Remember that to get the results, guys, you've got to show up and do the work. You've got to take action. Coming and listening to me talk and teach you is not enough by itself. Okay, you've got to do the work. You've got to put in the effort if you're really serious and committed. All right. If you have any questions for me, drop them in the comments. I'll come back and continue to support you. Make sure you plug these trainings into your calendar. They happen every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here in the group. you'll receive an email that will remind you and let you know that this is happening each week. Replays are available for just a couple days, and then they're gone. And you know, you either have to pay the $27 for them, or you can wait till a later date and pay the $97. But if you want it for $27, let me know in the comments. I'll make sure you get access to those so you don't miss anything. All right? So let me know how I can support you guys. Start rocking this out. Do your PDF. Fill that PDF out. Do the workbook so you can start to get some clarity. Come back and get support from me. And then I'll see you guys over in the Facebook group. And I'll see you live again next Wednesday. Same place, same time.